Another early morning, headed to a Tony's Trackday. Turnpike is crowded and Hey, wait a minute. Hey, buddy. Yeah, save it for the track, man. Take it easy. Jeez, I'm doing 75. Maniac. Well, I don't think that guy got pulled over. And here we are on the starting line. There's Tony of Tony's Trackdays. Who's going to go first? Oh, this guy from Canada on the Ducati. Okay, so we launch one by one. I get off to this kind of a wobbly little start here. Got a new camera mount. It's on the chin of my helmet. Tony quickly told me that was totally illegal and I can't use it, but I did get to use it for at least one session. Off to a little bit of a slow start here, but by the time I got to the front straight again, I was opening it wide, 145, 146, something like that. Get down, woed on the brakes, going into turn one. This bends around to the left, keeps curving, downhill, 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 and then another sort of sharper left, still very fast all through here. It's big sweeping turns. The only thing really slowing you down is that tire wall around the outside. And I'm bringing the mail, I think I'm doing 100, 97 just rolling off, and then suddenly, wait a minute. There's a guy going way faster than I am, right around the outside. That is Aaron, also known as Yoda to me. Watch when he comes out of this really tight uphill off-camber turn. He cracks open the throttle and look at his back tire. See that black stripe? See how it's the only black stripe? Guys, he is spinning the tire all the way out of that turn. Totally into the traction control, just got it pinned. So that's why he's Yoda, and that's why I try to follow him whenever I can to see what little tips and tricks I can pick up. Even if you can only follow him for a couple turns, it's really can improve your understanding of the track quite a bit. This is sort of the last quarter of the track here. Aaron has already gotten by the Canadian Ducati guy. I'm next up, and it's tough to get around this guy. He uses a lot of the racetrack. He's got a really fast bike, but I'm going to go for it on the straight here, see if maybe I can catch him napping. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I bring it up to 145 fairly aggressively, and I'm like making no ground on this guy. Of course, as soon as we get on the brakes and it comes to corner speed, I'm right on top of him. This is an issue I have a lot. It's tough, you know, it's a track day. Like I say, you don't want to scare people. If it were racing, you just, you know, force a move up the inside and be done with it. But it's not racing. So like coming out of this turn, this guy just hammers it. Look at him go. Right? Like I'm trying to catch the guy. Very difficult. Then that guy goes bombing down the inside, which actually, by the way, taught me a totally different line through that corner, which was really cool. But it highlights for me that I'm not being aggressive enough passing this guy. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to keep ending up where I'm ending up, which is behind this guy. I thought maybe I could pull it off on the straight, but now we've got someone ahead of us. He's going to blast that guy. I don't want to go 3 wide. And you see he's just edge to edge on the track. This bike is really fast. Make it stop. I'm just going to keep complaining until it's over. Here's another technique I use. It's called ringing the doorbell or knocking on the door. I basically ride right next to the guy through all these turns. He's got to be able to hear me. He's got to know I'm there. It's not a race, dude. If I'm this close to you, it's because I'm trying to get by you. I don't know, he's Canadian. What can I say? I don't know what it means. Anyway, through that last turn where I saw that guy dive bomb down the inside, I get nice and close, and I can't really out-accelerate the guy, but I know he's slow into every corner, so I'm just going to go way inside here, wait till he puts on the brakes, and I'm not going to brake till he does. I get by him. Finally, we're done. Alright, back in the garage, get the tire warmers on, just clear my head out. I'm glad I finally got past that guy. That was totally aggravating. So that's the end of the helmet cam, thank goodness, because I don't really like the audio, and I don't really like the video either. It served its purpose, but let's get on the 1299 Ducati with the camera mounted on the triple clamps. So right away, rolling out here, it's such a different experience going from the four-cylinder to the V-twin. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I got up to speed relatively quickly, but the transition is a big adjustment. I think the 1299 is a much better track bike than the HP4. It's a straight-out race bike, basically, and the HP4 is kind of like an incredibly fast street bike. It's very confident. It's very safe, actually, and a lot of fun. But the 1299 is like the real deal. So obviously I make pretty quick work of that guy. I mean, it's just a really fast bike. I think it's what, 149 I hit that time around without really a whole lot of effort. But believe it or not, that's the low engine setting. You can see with this next bunch of guys here, I'm really much faster going into the corner, so I catch them a lot on the brakes, and they're more aggressive coming out of the corner, which makes it hard for me to put a power pass on them. See, I'm like way up on this guy. Kind of had to actually go around him so I didn't run into the back of him. But watch when we come out of this tight turn here. He's just on the power much sooner and on a slower bike. But I mean, so look at this. He puts 75 feet on me. Of course, I pull it all right back, going to the apex and through this next set of corners. Again, it's just kind of a different nut to crack as you come across different riders during the day and figure out what's your strategy to get past them. Yeah, I'm just looking ahead here, seeing all those bikes, and then, oh Jesus, I got this guy coming down up the inside. That guy I know is slower than I am, so I'm in a world of hurt. Let's see if we can do something about it. So I don't have quite enough, and then this guy just totally puts the anchors on in the mid-corner. If you look at the mid-corner speed, it's like 50 miles an hour, and then the lap earlier I was going like 13 miles an hour faster. Did I say I was going to be more? Yes, I said I was going to be more aggressive. Alright, okay, so no more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's see what we got. That was better. That was good. I got into few guys there up the inside or on the outside, on the brakes, on the gas. Let's get these guys behind us, get a little open track time, and a little flashback to the racing days there. Getting the taking the gloves off. So I kind of let those two guys sort it out on the front straight. Like I say, going 3 wide, the double pass, only when it's easy. And then again, this guy, oh my goodness, totally on the brakes. What's the speed there? Yeah, way below what I would usually take that turn at. And this, an unprecedented move, going around the outside, going into this turn right here. That's when you know I've lost my patience. That actually was pretty scary. I thought that guy was gonna ride right into the tire wall, and a couple of guys did that day. So I mean, it wouldn't have been unheard of. I didn't want to follow too closely after that. And then, as luck would have it, they threw the checkered flag right at the next corner. So this is it for this session. Time to go in and I guess time to blast by that guy just in the dying moments. But time to go back into the pits and make a little change. Go from low to medium engine. You know what that means. So as I go ripping through the gears on the front straight, I have something to confess. That's not full throttle. Like, I got to a certain speed, about 155, something like that, and that was all I needed. And that was at, I don't know, 7/8 throttle or something. This bike is completely insane. These are some slower bikes I'm passing, but still, it's like... Well, finally some clear track and a full-throated engine. Let's let this run for just a few seconds, give you a sense of what that's like, full volume. Exhilarating. I mean, the machine works perfectly well. It goes as fast as I could ever want, and the endorphins are really flowing right now. Coming up on another pack of guys, and I know from the last few corners I'm just going to blow by these guys like nothing. Really open it up, see if I can get both of these guys. Here we go, and boom, boom. And then suddenly I feel a disturbance in the force. Oh, who's that? It's Yoda. Going by, he must be going 20 miles an hour faster than I am. And he's 5 feet closer to the wall. Unbelievable. Let's see if I can stick with him for just a few turns here this time. He's going to strafe that guy up there. He's going to blast by him. Going into this next turn, I did an amazing double downshift. I'm going to make you listen to it twice. And again. Oh, the auto blipper on the 1299 is beautiful. And there goes Yoda streaking away in the distance. Let's see how long it takes me to get by this guy and try to learn some good lines. Good grief. Sometimes it's kind of frightening how fast that bike is. Aaron is long gone though, so no Yoda lessons for me this time around. I'll try again. Pretty close, but let's be polite. Oh, and then this guy kind of slows way down. I was surprised to see that corner speed, 66. I would have said it was 56. I guess I must have been just really flying. This guy was interesting to follow. Strong gas out of the turns, but entry speed and mid-corner speed really low. You can see this turn here is like, he's doing okay, but not great. Here I'm just waiting patiently. The chicane here, a quick right, and then this uphill left with an off-camber exit. But he popped a downshift right there. totally threw me off mid-corner. And now I'm thinking, this is like just dangerous. So let me get by this guy as quickly as I can. There we go. All right, off for more. At this point, it may be fair to say that I was on something of a rampage. I was riding very aggressively for Trackday, just starting to maybe get into the very early days of racing aggression, and which felt great and I believe was safe. This guy here, I went up the inside at the next right-hander using that line that some guy had bombed down us earlier in the day. You just zip right down here, but then in the slow-mo you hear there's a little tire chirp there. I think I might have surprised him. Clean pass though, as far as I could tell. So here's an example of ringing the doorbell for a guy who knows what he's doing, right? Come up alongside the guy here, way on the outside. He holds his line, and then as we come out, he just breathes the gas a little bit. He doesn't totally nail it, and boom, done. Pass, he can go back to his speed. I keep going at my speed, and everybody's safe and very happy. That guy was awesome. You can see here, I really am just pouring it on. I think one of my faster, 155. That's one of the fastest speeds I did all day. Really feeling it, really comfortable. The bike is fantastic, and I had a feel for the track. I learned the layout again, and was starting to ride with a sense of urgency, a sense of purpose. which was wonderful. This was kind of scary. I'm totally watching that guy drift outside. I'm thinking, turn in. I'm turning in. I almost ran off the track there. That would not have ended well. I probably would have saved it, but maybe not. And that's a fast old corner. And then just like that, the checkered flag is out. End of a really enjoyable session. One of the best of the day, for sure. Going through the lap data for the day, if you look at the display, you'll see it shows the lap numbers. You can cycle through those, and then the lap time, maximum speed, maximum RPM, and then max lean left and right. A few interesting things from the day, mostly 51s, some 50s, a couple of 49s here and there. Maximum lean angle for the day was 57 degrees, which is crazy for me. Top speed, I believe, was 157. And then what I enjoyed the most at the very end of the day, you remember me saying it was a great session and I was like totally on a roll. There were 2 laps back to back. The time for the laps was identical to the 100th of a second, and the maximum engine speed was the same to within like 100 RPM. And to me, that's just totally dialed in. I used to do that racing lap after lap. You'd see like identical lap times or nearly identical. That's when I knew I was just hitting the nail exactly on the head. And you can tell when you're out there, everything just seems nearly effortless. So, what a fantastic way to close out the track day season. From now on, I'll be in the woods until we get onto the racetrack again next year. I can't wait. It's going to be a long off season, but the woods are a lot of fun. See you for the next one, guys. Stay safe.